9 cops out of Oakland, they have now been suspended, and it is such a light ass suspension. They have been suspended because these bozos decided to engage in racist, sexist language on what they thought to be just among themselves, posting these ridiculous things, right? Let me give you some background. This is according to an anonymous source close with the department. Last year, someone started an Instagram account, and it was called Crime Reduction Team. That was their Instagram account. It started mundane, humorous memes about cop life became a post of racist and sexist commentary. This is what they did. Now remember, these individuals are serving the public. They have a badge, they have a gun. Some posts even expressing contempt for OPD preventative policies such as police brutality and corruption. All right, at this time, the identities of the officers have not been made known to the public. So here's what I do. Since they play that game with us, I have a game I play back with them. Let's put up a picture of the person in charge. Okay, that's the city of Oakland. That's the guy in charge. I will give you some more information about that fella in a moment. His name is LeRon Armstrong. But since they refuse to provide us with the picture of the cops involved in this ridiculous activity, I will always put up their boss, okay? That's the game we'll play back with them until they release the photos of individuals who betray the public trust in this manner. Let's go to some of these graphics. Here are some of the posts from the court documents, all right? This says, new female recruit gets hired. Mine. Cops with wives, cops with girlfriends, single cops, okay? Sexist, yes. This reaction meme features the mine seagulls from Pixar's film Nemo. Obviously meant to express how command staff declare the female recruit is mine to approach with unwanted sexual advances. That's sexist, correct? Yeah, okay. Here's another one. These are cops now. This is what they're posting. So internal affairs, black guy. Police commission, black guy. Command staff, black guy. Spineless cops, black guy. Criminals taking advantage of the situation, black guy. Cops that just want to fight crime, little white girl. That's how they view their policing. Yeah. Here's another one. There's no greater form of virtue signaling than posing in the position that killed George Floyd. Them sick SOBs. Mocking the murder of George Floyd. I thought they were out here to arrest murderers, to protect the public. So these 9 officers have been suspended according to the report. An independent third-party investigation began in January after Oakland Police Department officials learned of an Instagram account with deeply offensive content. That's according to a statement Friday by Oakland mayor, okay? Investigators seized more than 140 work phones. Now, these guys are committing crimes and committing these ridiculous threats and sexual harassment dynamics on the company phone. The investigation revealed that a former police officer created the Instagram account shortly after he was fired for violating department policy. And so what did he do? He got 9 others to join him as well. That's what he did. I mean, that's not your friend. That's not your buddy. He gets fired and then he says, hey guys, join me and let's all violate policy together. And 9 of them at least did. The OPD apparently has several policies to place a limit on officers' speech and conduct on and off duty. Oakland City Council passed a resolution in June that directs the police chief and city administrator to fire any officers who exhibit racist practices, behaviors, or actions. Remember, it's a resolution already passed. It's currently the law, right? Let's put up the police chief. I want you to take a good look at this guy, okay? Because he's not enforcing the policies here, at least not to the degree that the resolution says he should. The discipline officers allegedly accessed inappropriate material on department-issued equipment and engaged in conduct that, and I quote, brings disrepute to the OPD, among other things, according to the mayor's office. Let me show you the discipline, and you tell me, is this right? You tell me, is this enough? Those receiving discipline range in rank from officer to lieutenant, receiving from 3 to 25 days of unpaid suspension. 2 of the 9 who received discipline have since taken jobs in other law enforcement agencies. And those 2 agencies have been notified of the results of the investigation, according to the mayor's office. So you mean to tell me all 9 kept their jobs? None of them received a pink slip. None of them were fired. And you just passed the city law, a resolution that says if our cops engage in racist activity on or off duty, they have to go. It's a new statute. We got the resolution, signed the bill. The mayor's on board, the chief is on board, but not. This is why people don't like the police, because it's unfair. If you did this at your job and you got caught using a company phone saying sexist and racist and inappropriate things, you would be fired. I don't care how great you have been at your workplace, you would be fired. You are a liability. And let me tell you why this should concern us even more than somebody working in the private sector, because we give cops true authority in our society. We give them this position of public trust. They have a gun and a badge and a license to use it. And this is how they violate that public trust. They're so emboldened. They're putting this on social media platforms. They're discussing these things on company devices. They're not just talking around a water cooler. They feel protected because of the culture. And if they think like this about black folk, if they think like this about women, if they think like this about command staff and the council and others who govern or try to limit some of their authority for the sake of the public, what do you think they think about everyone else? Waz, your thoughts?
Yeah, what it boils down to is a question of accountability. I don't think anybody is naive or stupid enough to think that we're gonna change the hearts and minds of millions of cops around the country. I think what we're asking for is for rules to be in place and those rules to be enforced when these guys step out of line, because that's all people respond to is accountability, is the fact that if you make a terrible mistake or you do something horrible while wearing the badge, you will be reprimanded for it, whether via suspension or via termination, depending on the gravity of the crime that you have committed. And so to watch cops over and over, all we're taught about is, well, it needs to be accountability. Well, they gotta act this way when they go to certain neighborhoods because look at the crime statistics. Well, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. When do the cops get accountability? When do they have to pay? When do they suffer the repercussions of their actions? That's all we wanna see as a community and as a people.
Yeah, all they gotta do is comply. That's it, just comply. Just like you tell someone you pull over, hey buddy, just comply. That's all you had to do here. There's a statute, comply. All right.